everyone, and welcome to the Big House. This massive crowd assembled here today to cheer on the Wolverines, already chanting, "Go Blue." And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Wolverines will kick this away to start us off. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun handoff here. Breaking free at the 35. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think
a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Defense looking to keep the pressure on. Third down coming up. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. Third down now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Not able to connect. Incomplete.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
The Buckeyes will line up to boot it away. The offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. You recall the last time they played, the Wolverines won a very close game. That has not been forgotten in Columbus for a single minute since then.
No, and if I remember right, it was the Michigan defense that really stepped up and prevailed and led them to a close victory the last time out. Let's see what happens today if the Buckeyes offense can make the adjustments.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. The Wolverines will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. And they come up with something here. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Extending the play now. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. We'll see what he can do with the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Trying to create here on the move. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
RPO gives the quarterback so many options, and it puts a lot on the defense. If you overcommit one way, the quarterback's going to make you pay for it. Here, the defense sat back, made it easy. Hand the ball off, let that running back get some good yards.
The Wolverines with 1st and 10 here. Handoff from the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. And the Wolverines come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Of course they're going to pick up the 1st down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be 1st down and goal. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. The Wolverines will line up now. It's 1st and goal. First and goal, handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. They'll try to punch it in again. 3rd and goal at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start, to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Handoff heading left. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Set to kick it off. This one will be fair caught. At it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. And here's the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught over the middle. And they get him down after the completion.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Wolverines offense is back on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Play action here on 1st down. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. And he pulls in the catch. An explosive play. Big gain. Spotted down near the 37.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On third down, he drops to throw. And he'll lost it to the end zone. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. Well, they're going to go for it, try to keep the drive going. 4th down and 7. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And there's the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Breaking tackles. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
There's a 1st and 10 play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost him anything. Can they put together something here? Quick throw to his receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Jordan. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, that's why this wide receiver is one of the best in the country. Makes a routine catch, and look what he does with it. Takes it almost a length of the field for a touchdown.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to root this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaking free at the 35. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
One play, and they're already past the 40. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap, it's Payne. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. The Buckeyes come to the line in a hurry-up.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some...
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's a crucial score for the offense. Chipping away, Kirk, just trying to stay in this game here.
It's too early to see if this touchdown is going to change the momentum and allow them to cut down into the lead even further. But if you're this head coach, you tell your team, let's just keep chipping away.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. Oh, the pass is picked off.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And now they run the draw play. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Handoff to the right side. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9. He brings the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. 2nd down after that previous play. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The offense really clicking here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Helm. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
The Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
And now they'll set up for the point after. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. He's looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw. Defense is coming after him. They've got him behind the line. The defense with a sack. The final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Michigan, 28, Ohio State, 7.
Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's escaping the pocket now. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up second down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
Brought down at the 26. Brings up 3rd down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. We're going to kick it away for the second time. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. Running it back, it's Sanders. And they've got the returner corralled. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid game here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Caught over the middle. It's Payne. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Here we go on 4th down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And he lofts it deep over the middle. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. And this one is getting ugly. And strike up the Michigan band again as the Wolverines, Kirk, are beginning to build a lead and pull away here.
Well, I don't think the biggest Michigan fan in the country could have ever expected this kind of performance by the Wolverines. Everything that they have done has worked, and right now they have a nice, comfortable lead.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
We're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The Buckeyes will have to kick this away. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just able to get it away. And the ball fair caught right in midfield. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. There's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
The pocket breaking down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Fires it on the move. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. The Buckeyes will crank up the tempo.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line.
And he throws his third interception of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
The Wolverines line up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the route is on. And momentum really building now. For this one, could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. I mean, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
Good job dealing with the footing. BAT is good. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss,
You throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
He's tackled on the play at the 23. Third down coming.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going to get brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Man, how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this defense.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. And he'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Keeping it on the ground here. He's got room, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And the beatdown continues. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense, though.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the outside. It's Payne. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
The back catches it on that play, Chris. It kind of looked like a receiver on the way they designed that play. And I love the toe tap at the end. He's in bounds. Nice game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. Buckeyes will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
A quick juke. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the tight end. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. And a big takeaway by the defense on the final play of the quarter.
That's the
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The completion sets up a second down play. Here's the handoff.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
At the 22. Second down coming up.
Ready, fight. 3:25.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Launching it downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on 3rd down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at 4th down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what the... Here's the throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Great spot to start this drive for the offense.
Double right. Jackrabbit.
Handoff to the left. The ball is loose. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate to be able to scoop up.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Trying to extend the play. And he throws the ball out of bounds. They're smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up 3rd down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I love watching the speed of this defense. This time doing a good job of reading their keys. They saw the guard pull, shot through the A-gap, used their speed and instincts to blow this play up.
How aggressive is this play call? Backed up here on third down. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State. In other stores around the country, Slippery Rock, 75.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. That's caught. It's Johnson. Gets past the tackler into open space now. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. Buckeyes looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
At the 37. Good enough for a first down.
The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The pass rush closing in. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the fourth quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
Ball handed off. Went it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They look to throw it here on second down. And he scores. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. And I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
And it's clocked for the two-point conversion as they cut into this very large deficit. Now they get set to kick it away. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. They'll work the clock here with the running game. How's the spin move? It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43. And the Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry out.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Second down play coming up.
Get set. Acorn.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking for his big tight end. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Well, at this point, the offensive coordinator has to think about going to the other quarterback. That's his 4th interception in this game alone. He's throwing the ball in the coverage.
Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Going the other way, can they stop him? Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Wolverines. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Payne. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Second down after that completion. And he drops back in the gun. Looking to throw it deep. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium.
Lion. Slap.
Oh, it's a reverse. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Michigan. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return starts from inside the 20.
The return is brought down at the 24, and the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And heads out of bounds and a short gain on the play.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offensive coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Clock on the outside. It's Johnson. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big...
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Downfield and incomplete. A 4th down stop.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this 4th down play in the 4th quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. But let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. With Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.